Every single person trying to build a business, launch a course, or innovate a new product, they all face the same terrifying bank account shaking question.
Yeah. What should I sell next?
Exactly. And the typical process is, well, it's just agonizing. You guess. You look at a trend. You see what a competitor launched last month.
And you copy it. You mimic it, push it out into the world, and then you cross your fingers and you hope. The whole thing is built on assumptions.
And that's why most launches, let's be honest, are mediocre at best.
For sure. But what if the secret wasn't about guessing at all? What if it was about asking?
That's what we're getting into today. We are doing a deep dive into Ryan Levesque's The Ask Method. This is a really rigorous, systematic methodology.
And it's generated over $100 million in revenue for all sorts of businesses.
Yeah.
Tiny startups, huge brands, all by just replacing that guesswork with a really strategic way of asking questions.
Right. And the core thesis is, I mean, it's so simple, but the impact is profound. The system solves two huge problems at the same time.
It does. First, you have what he calls product multiplication. You're making sure you create products the market is actually craving. And second, you fix your conversion rate.
Because you're using their exact language.
Their exact language.
Yeah.
Your conversion rates just skyrocket.
So our mission for this deep dive is to walk you through the 5 core principles that turn your audience's words into a clear, profitable roadmap.
And the big mindset shift is this. When you can mirror a customer's vocabulary, marketing stops being about convincing people.
It starts being about echoing their own needs back to them.
Yeah. It's like a cognitive shortcut for the buyer. They see their own words and that wall of skepticism it drops. They think, this person gets me.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. If the key is asking, where do it start? This brings us to principle 1, the deep dive survey. This is where you find the gold.
And we have to be clear, most companies already use surveys, but they're almost always useless.
You mean the how satisfied are you on a scale of 1 to 10 kind of thing?
Exactly. Or would you recommend us? Those are just metrics. They're for measuring what already exists. They're not tools for discovery. You get 0 actionable insights for what to build next or what marketing language to use.
Okay, so how is a deep dive survey different?
It's a surgical tool. It completely avoids those closed-ended numerical scales. Instead, you use these strategically designed, open-ended questions.
To find what specifically?
Raw information, like what is your single biggest struggle in this area? Or what have you tried before and why did it fail for you? And crucially, what outcome do you want instead?
And here's something from the book that I think will surprise people. You don't need thousands of responses.
No, not at all. This is a critical insight. Even a small audience, like 50 to 100 high-quality responses, can give you massive, massive insights into your positioning and language.
Okay, wait, I have to challenge that a little. In traditional market research, 50 responses is, well, it's nothing. Isn't there a huge risk of statistical bias with a number that small?
That is a great question, and it gets to the heart of the difference here. We're not doing quantitative research. This isn't about stats.
It's qualitative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not trying to measure how many people are in a certain bucket. We're trying to find the language and the psychology of the people who matter most, your most motivated customers.
So quality over quantity.
Infinitely. 50 people who write 3 detailed paragraphs about their pain and what they desire are so much more valuable than 5,000 people who just check a box from 1 to 10. We're hunting for vocabulary, and it's not volume.
That makes a lot of sense. We're mining for the actual phrases we can literally copy and paste into our marketing.
Yeah.
Let's use that productivity course example to make it real.
Okay, perfect. So if you approach that from your expert assumption, you know everything about time blocking, calendar management, all that stuff, you assume that's the problem.
So you launch a course called Advanced Time Management Techniques. It's probably a great course, but the market just shrugs. Why?
Because you assume the solution. But your deep dive survey, it might reveal that, yeah, people know how to manage their time, but 40% of them say their real struggle is with motivation.
Or procrastination.
Yeah.
They know what to do, they just can't make themselves start.
Right. And the key is noticing the repetition. If 5, 10 people out of 50 keep using the phrase staying motivated or following through, that's it. That's your goal.
So your course title pivots from something generic like time management for professionals to something hyper-relevant.
To stay motivated. The
Good.
system for following through on what matters. You didn't invent anything. You just reflected their self-identified problem back at them using their own words.
And once you get that raw, unfiltered view, you immediately realize you have a new problem.
Not everyone who answered wants the same thing. And that complexity is what leads us straight into principle 2, the bucket system. This is how you personalize at scale.
This is fundamental. We already know that one-size-fits-all marketing just doesn't work. It connects with no one. A total beginner needs a pitch about safety and simplicity.
While a seasoned pro wants a pitch about speed and efficiency, their problems are completely different.
So the bucket system is the mechanism for segmenting them.
Correct. But you segment them based on psychographics, which is way more powerful than, basic demographics like age or location. We're sorting people by their mindset, their pain points, where they are right now.
So how does that work in practice? You can't ask them to fill out a 10-page questionnaire.
You don't have to. They self-select their own bucket.
Yeah.
It's usually based on their answer to one strategic multiple-choice question right at the start.
And that one answer dictates the whole journey.
The entire journey, the pitch they see, the product they get recommended, everything. And the increased relevance leads directly to higher conversion. It feels less like marketing and more like good advice.
Let's use that business coaching example. The generic pitch is always something like, grow your business with proven strategies. It's fine. It's background noise.
Totally. But now let's apply the bucket system. We ask one question. Which statement best describes your current business stage?
And we give them, say, 3 clear buckets. A, just starting out, under 50K in revenue. B, in the grind, 50K to 500K. And C, ready to scale, over 500K.
And suddenly the messaging changes completely. For someone in bucket A, they're driven by fear of failure. They want clarity.
So their pitch becomes, stop guessing. Here's the exact roadmap from 0 to your first 50K.
Exactly. But the person in bucket C, they've already solved the money problem. They're motivated by getting their time back.
So their pitch is completely different. You're past the grind. Now build a team that can run without you and reclaim your life.
Same coach, same expertise. But the conversion rate for each message is maximized because you showed them you understand the problem they have right now.
That's powerful. And that idea of using the right language leads perfectly into principle 3, which you call the most common sin of experts.
Oh yeah, the jargon trap. We have to talk about why you must use their language, not yours.
This is such a conversion killer. As experts, we develop this precise, efficient vocabulary for our field. We say things like leveraging synergies or optimal body composition.
But that language is a wall. It creates a huge gap between you and the buyer. The solution requires pure discipline. You have to commit to using the verbatim phrases you found in your survey.
So if a customer says they feel like they're running on a hamster wheel, you use that exact phrase.
Use hamster wheel, but you do not translate it into stress management deficit or some clinical term.
So what's actually happening psychologically when a customer reads their own words on a sales page?
It's instant trust. They stop analyzing whether you're competent, and they just start internalizing the message. It resonates because you're literally mirroring their internal monologue.
They think, wow, this person gets the specific, unique torture that I'm going through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to persuade them that you're credible. They just give you the credibility because you speak their language.
I remember seeing this happen with a tech company selling a project management tool. Their headline was something like, optimize resource allocation and enhance team collaboration metrics.
I'm falling asleep just hearing that. No one knows what that means.
Right. But their deep dive survey revealed what customers were actually saying. Things like, I lose track of what everyone's working on, and things just fall through the cracks.
Those are the phrases of real pain.
So the marketing pivot was so simple, the new headline just used those phrases. Never lose track of what your team is working on. Stop letting critical tasks fall through the cracks.
See, one sounds like a textbook. The other sounds like a conversation you had with yourself 5 minutes ago. That's the whole game.
Or the classic fitness coach example. The coach wants to talk about periodized strength protocols.
But the survey says the real desire is, I want to lose this belly fat without giving up pizza.
So you sell that. You don't sell the protocol. You sell the result, in their words. Lose the belly fat. Keep eating pizza. Here's how.
Yes. So, okay, we've talked about the survey, but it's all useless if people don't actually finish it, right?
Right.
Most surveys have huge drop-off rates. And that's why we need principle 4, the ask formula. It's all about strategic question sequencing.
This is pure human psychology. You can't start with the hardest question, asking for their deepest secrets right away. It's too much commitment.
Way too much. People will just abandon it. The ask formula is built on the idea of micro-commitments. You start small, get a tiny yes, And then you use that momentum to carry them through to the really important questions.
So what's the sequence? What's the formula?
It's a four-stage process. First, you start with the super easy multiple choice question. It's a low barrier, like a simple click, just to get them started and committed.
Okay, that makes sense. They're in. What's next?
Now that they're invested, you hit them with the single most important question. This is your open-ended gold, but your number one struggle with, your topic. They're already committed, so now they're willing to write a real answer.
And the third stage?
The permission question. Before you ask for more, you ask for permission to follow up. Can we send you some personalized resources based on your answers? This turns the survey into something that provides value to them.
And finally, after all that, you get to the other deep questions.
Exactly. Only then do you hit them with the deeper, deep dive questions, which can be tailored to the bucket they put themselves in with that first answer.
And the impact of just sequencing the questions this way is massive.
Oh, it's huge. Completion rates are routinely 3 to 5 times higher. And think about it. A person who completes that whole sequence is an incredibly pre-qualified lead.
They've told you they have a problem, told you exactly what it is, and basically asked you for the solution.
Yep. Which brings us perfectly to the final principle. This is where it all comes together. Principle 5, quiz funnels. This is about conversion through engagement.
Okay, so this is where the perspective shifts. The survey isn't just a research tool anymore.
It is the sales funnel. A quiz funnel uses that same structured questioning to segment people and sell to them at the same time. It delivers a highly personalized recommendation, which of course is your product.
And why does that work so much better than a static landing page?
Engagement. People just love quizzes.
Mm.
We're wired for self-discovery, right? What's my productivity personality? It's irresistible, so it serves a triple duty. It engages, it segments, and it converts. All in one.
Yes, use that productivity coach one last time. So instead of cold selling a generic course,
You drive traffic to an engaging quiz. What's your productivity personality? They answer 5 quick questions using the ASK formula. Based on their answers, they get categorized. Maybe they're the visionary.
someone with tons of ideas but terrible follow-through.
So the results page speaks directly to the visionary's pain points using their language and recommends one single product. Focus for visionaries, turning ideas into reality.
Or maybe they're the operator who struggles with efficiency.
And they get a recommendation for systems for operators. Work smarter, not harder. The friction to buy just evaporates because the recommendation is a perfect match for the identity the quiz just gave them,
And the viral component is genius. People love to share their quiz results.
which is basically free, high-quality, pre-segmented traffic for your business. The quiz does the selling for you.
Okay, we've covered the whole system, how to find the language, how to segment the market, how to get the data.
And how to sell with it.
So now it's time for the immediate action step. We're calling this the 10-minute challenge. Don't wait to build some fancy quiz. You need to find the voice of your market right now.
Get a pen and paper, open a doc, whatever. Write down the single most important question for your business. It has to be open-ended. What's your number one struggle with your topic?
Then send that one question to just 10 people. Not 1,000, just 10. Email, direct message, doesn't matter.
And as the responses come in, this is the most important part. Write down the verbatim words they use. Do not filter them. Do
Yeah.
not interpret them.
Look for patterns. Is everyone using the word overwhelmed? Are they all saying, I don't know where to start?
That repetition right there is your market's voice.
Uh-huh.
And that's the voice you need to use in your next email, your next ad, your next headline. You've just taken the first step.
So to sum it all up, the old way was guessing. It was using expert jargon and broadcasting one message to everyone.
The new way, the ask method, is about asking systematically, listening, using their exact vocabulary, and personalizing the entire journey. It takes the guesswork, that painful, expensive guesswork, completely out of the equation.
It turns business growth into a system, not a lottery ticket.
Exactly. And that leaves us with a final provocative thought for you to chew on. If this method lets you build an exact word-for-word mirror of your customer's pain and desire,
Using their own vocabulary.
does the need for traditional persuasive marketing, with all its clever copywriting tricks, does it just disappear entirely?
Wow. If your message is indistinguishable from your customer's internal monologue, what are the competitive implications for everyone else who is still just shouting generic offers into the void? Something to think about. We hope this deep dive gave you the clarity you needed to start asking better questions.
Catch you next time.